Hello everyone! In today's video, I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing this Upcrate mystery art box. Now, before I get in it, I just want to tell you a little bit about the box, and for those that don't know what a mystery art box is. So basically, every month you get sent mystery art supplies, and all of the supplies are curated in the box to go together. They usually give you some sort of prompt to go along with the supplies that you've received. You can either use that prompt to do your artwork, or you can just do whatever you want with the supplies that come in the box. Now, I have gotten a few different subscription boxes in the past, but I've never tried the Upcrate one. And one of the really cool things I liked about Upcrate was it has free shipping worldwide. So no matter where you are in the world, you won't have to pay for shipping, which is pretty cool. Now, this is a monthly subscription box, and this one costs 22 euros, and I will put the US and Canadian prices on the screen here. The supplies that they ship each month range in value between 27 and 40 euros. So you're getting a pretty good deal with this box with the cost of the supplies in it, which is really great because some subscription boxes I've gotten in the past don't even meet the cost of the box or are pretty equivalent with the cost, but then you're also paying for shipping on top of that. Now, Upcrate was kind enough to send this box to me to review, so thank you so much, Upcrate. I super appreciate that, and they did give me a special 15% off coupon code for you guys, so I will link that down in the description, and I'll also put it on the screen here for you. And let's just get right into the box and see what is in here. It says here, it's time for art from Upcrate. Now, another cool thing about this subscription box is you can participate in their monthly Upcrate battle. And what it is, you use the supplies and you can take a picture of them and hashtag, I think it's Upcrate battle on like social media, and you can enter to win prizes. Now, each box comes with a little magazine here, and as you can see, it's pretty thick. And it's packed full of information, but I'm going to wait to go through this because I want to see what supplies come in this month's box. And right away, I see these two Liquitex soft body acrylic paints. And this is in muted violet and muted turquoise. That's really interesting colors. I kind of like those. These are colors that I don't have in any other paints. They are both opaque, and this one is a light fastness of 1 excellent, and this one is 2 very good. So that's pretty good, and these are pretty good size paints. Then we've also got this little bag here. And I can already see some brushes and more paints. Ooh. So then we've got this Amsterdam acrylic, and it looks like we get a titanium white and a really bright yellow paint. This is reflex yellow. So I'm assuming this one means it's opaque and 3 stars. So I would assume that's light fast because most titanium white paints are a light fast paint. And this one has 0. So I'm assuming because this is more of like a neon color, it is not light fast, but that's kind of a cool color to include. So we've got 4 paints so far, and they're all pretty good sizes. Then it comes with this Lyra Rembrandt art pencil, so you can use this for your sketching if you want. We've also got this palette knife, which is pretty cool. You can always use a palette knife for opening things, or if you have watercolor blocks, you can use this to get the pages off of them, or of course use it with paint, what it's meant for. And then we've got this little brush here. This is the Lineo size 8 brush, and it's a nice flat brush. So that's kind of an interesting brush to include. Then we've got some paper here. This looks like a sort of cold pressed textured paper. And I think they include 3 different pieces here. They all look to be about the same, and it's pretty thick actually. Pretty thick paper. Oh, we also get some stickers. That's cool. Look at that. Okay, so this, and it looks like they've actually used the supplies that came in the box to create the stickers. That's really cool. I hope you guys can see that. It's not too shiny, but I really like that they included like multiple stickers. Oh, and we also get an art piece here. This also looks like it was done with the supplies, and this is art by Miranda Meulenkamp. And I apologize if I'm not saying that correctly. And then if we look on the back, we've got some information about her. So it says, I'm Miranda Meulenkamp, 47 years old. My mission is to pass on my creative abundance to you. So I really like that we get like this little art print, and it's a pretty like thick thing too, so you could collect these each month. And then we've got this little HelloFresh voucher here, so if you're into that, you can take advantage of that. But that's pretty cool that they add this little extra in as well. I don't know if this is in all of their boxes each month, but I still like that they added something extra in there. All right, so I'm gonna get into this little magazine. Now it looks like they've actually swatched that yellow paint right on the front page of the magazine, so that's pretty cool. I like that. Okay, it's telling us a little bit about these Liquitex soft body acrylics, and it's giving us, ooh, the color charts that they have. There is 100 colors available. That is a very nice range of colors. They've also got some fluorescent colors of their own. It says that these paints are low viscosity, highly pigmented, a satin finish, great surface coverage, so they must be pretty opaque and highly versatile. Okay, and this is the Canson paper, it must be, that we got in the box. So this is their acrylic paper. I didn't know Canson made acrylic paper, so that's kind of cool. And that's one thing I really like about these boxes, is you find supplies that you wouldn't normally have thought to use or buy for yourself. So you get to try a wider variety of supplies than I normally would have if I'm just, you know, buying stuff for myself. This is thick paper with a high grammage, ideal for working with diluted acrylic paint. This is the Lyra pencil. So it's a pure graphite, and natural binders are the precious ingredients in this line of pencils for designers and artists. And this is the Amsterdam Too Bright to Paint paint. It is pretty bright. It says that these paints have a medium viscosity, which means that brush strokes and textures are retained while working, but the paint dries silky matte, flexible, and without cracks, even with thick layers. It should be noted that titanium white is an opaque color with excellent light fastness, and yellow reflex is a semi-opaque without light fastness, and that's what I thought. And this is our palette knife from Talons, and this is the Lineo brush. I hope I'm saying that right. Lineo brush that we got. It does seem like it is fairly put together well. Some cheaper brushes that I've received, you know, this will sort of, it's not quite stuck on there, but everything feels pretty good. Now this is the artist of the month. It looks like she's sort of an abstract artist. And you get some facts about acrylic paints, abstract design with acrylic paints, so she's giving you some tips there. Oh, and here's an Upcrate Battle Review 2021 Part 2, so they must have done a Part 1 before, and it looks like they're just showing different artists, but that's pretty cool. You can see all of their previous boxes and what people have done with the artwork. Here's the art corner. So again, they feature a lot of artists in this, which is really interesting. Okay, and here's like another little lesson. It says, you know, it's starting by taping the paper down, and it looks like you're maybe toning the paper, doing a background. So it gives you like these little tutorials and how to mix the paint and stuff. That's really cool. Okay, and she's using like either a little piece of the paper here. That's really cool. So how she's got all different colors on it, and then she swipes it. So this is the prompt for the month. What can you see? And that kind of goes along with the abstract theme of the month. So everything in the box is meant to go together, even with the prompt and stuff. So that's really cool. And you just cut out this little Upcrate thing here, and you put it next to your artwork, take a picture, and then you tag them on Instagram or wherever, and then you can get entered into their Upcrate battle thing. So the first thing I want to mention is just how informational that magazine is that came with the box. There is just so much information in there about the products, different artists, abstract art, previous boxes, and artworks that's been created with it. It is just a really well put together magazine. One of the reasons I love mystery art boxes so much is because you don't know what's coming each month. And I love when I get supplies that I don't normally reach for, and especially the theme of this box being abstract art. I am not an abstract artist at all, but I had so much fun trying to create something that was abstract to me. So the prompt for this box was, what can you see? So I would love for you guys to leave me a comment down below and letting me know, what do you see in these artworks? The whole point of abstract art, I think, is that everyone can have a different opinion and can see something different. So for this first piece that I'm creating here, I'm actually using a tutorial out of the magazine. So what they did was tone the background with a color first, and I decided to go ahead with that bright yellow acrylic color. And then they took like a little piece of plastic card, or paper, and I decided to just use that HelloFresh card that came in the box and just swiped the paint up. Now first I tried putting the paint all next to each other, and I didn't quite like how that came out. It looked a little too uniform. So then I just took my palette knife, mixed it up a little bit, and swiped it again, and I much rather how that came out. And as I'm looking at this piece more and more, I'm actually liking it so much more than when I first did it. One thing I did notice when I was using the brush to do the background, it smoothed out that paint quite a bit, and I wanted to get a little bit more texture into the background than I had. So when I did the second piece, I decided to just do it with the palette knife, and that way it would keep some more chunks of the paint in the painting and I would get some of that texture. So what I ended up doing for this second painting is just taking the paint and putting it directly onto the palette knife, just globs of paint, and then putting it onto the paper. And I started one color at a time, and then as the paper started filling up, I started mixing the paints a little bit more and getting mixed colors, and I really like how it turned out. It's kind of messy but fun and chaotic at the same time, and I kind of like the two of them next to each other because the second one is more random and messy, and the first one looks a little more thought out and clean, and I find they just look really cool together. Now, I didn't use very much water with any of these paints at all, but of course you can go ahead and use water with these paints. You can use them on watercolor paper or canvases because they are acrylic, so they're so versatile. And now I have colors that I can add to my collection that I can use later on as well. If you guys are interested in seeing the real-time version of this unboxing and going through all the supplies and seeing the artworks done all in real time, I will be offering that over on my Patreon, included with all the tutorials and everything. So I'll go ahead and link that down below. I just want to say another big thank you to Upcrate for providing me with this box today. Now, clearly my abstract skills aren't as good as the artist that comes in the box, but this is what I decided to create today, and I do like both, but again, I just can't tell you how bright this fluorescent color is, and it really doesn't come through the camera as bright as it is in person. But the great thing about this is I created these art pieces, I tried these paints out, I tried the paper out, I had some fun. And that's the big thing with these art boxes, is you want to have fun, but now I have all these supplies left over. So I have the palette knife, I have the brush, which is off drying, I have all of these paints left, so these are pretty much still full, and I have at least half of the white, and I have probably about 3/4 of this color left. So I mean, I still have lots of paint left to go ahead and paint other things if I want to use them more traditionally. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye!